Hello, my friends. This is Barry, and you're watching Barry and the PI. I hope you'll consider subscribing if you're not already, and liking this video. It's going to be kind of a long one. Maida just got here, and she's brought me some kind of a fruit shake or something. Doesn't that look yummy? Put it in the refrigerator and I'll do it. Get back. Got a lot to talk about. This Friday is my 82nd birthday. I get another year older, deeper into debt, as they say. We're going to not have a big party. I'm not putting up tents and chairs, but family's going to cook up a bunch of food. Maida's probably going to make me some lumpia, shrimp and pork lumpia, which that's my favorite. And the men folk are all planning on drinking a lot. So you're welcome to come. Just let me know if you're going to try to get here. And we're going to have people from Manila come in, family, and they'll be staying here probably a couple of nights. But there are bed and breakfasts all around. There's a Sonia's Garden, which is a really nice place, and it has rooms, and several others around here, some of which I did a video. And so you're welcome to come, and we'll have a good time. Oh boy, I tell you, this tropical storm / typhoon really hit us. I showed you on my last video the damage done and what all needs to be cleaned up, and most of it's cleaned up now. The two guys we had working here did a good job. But what was it? Thursday, maybe, or Wednesday or Thursday, our power went off just as the storm was hitting, and also my internet. Well, about 40 hours later, they got the power restored, but not the internet. So I've been without being online very much lately. And finally, last night, the internet came back on at 10 o'clock. And so that's why you haven't seen much of me on here. But now I'm back, and so I'm a happy man now. Now, the internet's been buzzing all about this guy, American guy from Vermont. Eastman is his last name. He was kidnapped down in Zamboanga. Zamboanga. Yeah, I think I got that right. Lived in a small town north of Zamboanga, and he was kidnapped by 4 guys who said they were police. And during the scuffle, he got shot in the leg, and then they just kidnapped him, took off, got one of those big speedboats, fast speedboats, and took him south. And there's been a lot of kinds of speculation. There's family involved, or her ex-boyfriend involved, his wife's ex-boyfriend. He wasn't doing too well down there. Her parents had warned him that somebody may take him. He didn't heed that, and sure enough, somebody got him. There was a story of some Caucasian washing up on the beach. That turned out to be not him, and it was a Filipino that washed up. Now, a little history of Muslim and Christian relationships in Mindanao and that area, that southern area. It's been going on for hundreds of years. The Philippines still claims Sabah, which is now part of Malaysia, down southwest of Mindanao. They've been claiming that and saying it's part of the Philippines, and Malaysia says no, it's not. And I think the international courts have ruled in favor of Malaysia. But they have been having problems with some extremists, like the Abu Sayyaf. It's a group centered in the Sulu Islands. Jolo was a big area for the Abu Sayyaf. And they have captured foreigners that have been down there. I remember back probably 10 years ago or so, maybe less than that, but they kidnapped a group of wildlife photographers that were down there looking for birds to take pictures of. And one was, I think, a 75-year-old Swiss guy, or maybe German, I don't know, can't remember all that stuff. And held them, and the Philippine military went looking for them because it was a big story internationally. And the military ran into them, and they had a skirmish, and some of them were killed. Some of the hostages were killed. They were demanding like $5 million from ransom for them. But the old guy got killed, I know, remember that. But they've kidnapped fishermen. They've, Indonesian and Malaysian fishermen and fishing boats. They've kidnapped foreigners. Some were killed, some were paid the ransom. And now, you go on the Sulu Islands. I don't recommend you go over there, but you can go there, and you'll see newer houses, bigger houses, built on these little islands. They're Abu Sayyaf, and they all have these new fast speedboats, which they use in their kidnappings. And they're also well armed, because they've been paid these millions of dollars in ransoms for some of these. They've been held some captive soldiers from the Philippines got kidnapped. Newsmen got kidnapped. So I know some of you YouTubers have gone to Basilan, is a hotline of for these extremists. Abu Sayyaf, part of them was supported by Al-Qaeda, and some are supported by ISIS. So it's pretty bad guys. So a lot of people have been kidnapped down there. This is just the latest American that has been kidnapped. If you want to know more, just type in on YouTube Abu Sayyaf kidnappings, and it goes back 10 years of videos and stuff, and news reports and stuff. The most recent thing that's been going on down in Magwed now, I think that's how you pronounce it. That's one area that is ruled by a family dynasty, the Apatuans. They control everything. They had built big, garish houses and stuff that I wouldn't live in, but they seem to like that. Well, come election time, governorships, and Apatuans ruled this for quite a while, and things haven't improved for the people. So this other Datu, that's a Muslim leader, he decided to run against the Apatuan governor. And he had a bunch of cars, and they were driving down to the capital city to file to run for governor. Well, they got out in the countryside and were met with a private army of Apatuan's supporters, and they were all shot. All that group from this other Datu. I think there were 56 or something like that. People were murdered, and they just dug a mass grave and covered them up. Well, a few days later, word gets out about something. So the army and the police started investigating. They came across the site and dug up all the dead bodies. And that was a big thing in the Philippines for quite a while. And they arrested them and the family, and held them in prison for little trial. And the trial is, I don't know if it's over, it's ever been over. It's one of those long-running trials. But the Apatuans have built them a house in the prison yard, and they still have access to people from outside and come in and visit, especially prostitutes. So that's kind of a long story about the Philippines and the Muslim world, the Islamic world. So for this Eastman kid, he was a young guy, not very well-traveled or anything like that. He just met this girl online and fell in love with her, saved up all of his money, and flew over there down to the town she lived in. And he made lots of mistakes. And plus she had an ex-boyfriend. I think they married and she was pregnant. And so that could have been one reason why. but I think he's alive, still alive. If it's Abu Sayyaf, they're not going to kill him unless he doesn't pay up any ransom. Uh, so so far, no ransom has been asked for. So it could be family or people that knew in that town, but we won't know until they get caught or he washes up somewhere. Sad for that young kid. I call him a kid because I'm 82, almost 82 now. He's a kid, and so I hope he's still alive, and I hope they get some ransom from somewhere, from somebody, or they get caught. But even if they get caught, it's going to be a skirmish, a gun battle, where they can take them, rescue him. So it's a sad day, but you just really need to know that the Philippines is just not this. The whole of the Philippines is not this wonderfully safe country. Stay away from areas that are that have had these problems before, and stay away from Basilan Island and the Sulu Sea Islands. That little I can't even pronounce. Pelago, the string of islands down in the Sulu Sea. Stay away from that area. I know it's kind of challenging. Oh, I want to go. This is a dangerous area. I want to. You're naive and a little bit crazy. So I'm not going to any of those islands anytime soon, and suggest you don't either. If you want to go to Mindanao, stay on the eastern side, around Davao, and even there's dangers. There are private armies in these provinces, and you get caught up into something. Now, there used to be two groups of armies that were opposed to the Philippine government. That was the MILF and the MNLF, I think it was. And they hung around the Agusan swamps, really rugged area. Anybody you meet there is probably a bandit. They'll rob you of your money and anything else, maybe of your life too. But the government has made peace with those two groups for the most part, and so it's not as dangerous as it used to be down in certain areas of Mindanao. So I hope this helps you make decisions. Our thoughts go out to the family, his wife, and new baby. I hope they get him. I hope they find him, and he'll be all right. But he should take his wife and move out of that area. That should be the number one thing if he gets rescued. So if you want to read about those or watch videos, just type in the Amatuan massacre and the Abu Sayyaf kidnappings. There's a whole bunch of videos about that and news reports. So happy reading. not really good reading, but y'all take care. Take care of your family. Take care of your kids. Take care of your pets. Thank God we all made it. Our heart goes out to all those that suffered more than we did. And this is just monetary. I get somebody to clean the place and fix it, replant some of the plants. But some people lost their lives in this last storm. So my heart goes out to them, and hope you recover. All right, that's about it. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Adios, amigos and amigas.